him, and hopefully you had nothing but
How
sad to
much
say
did
about
he pay you?
it. He ain't paid me a goddamn thing. This is just me talking as a real person. Fuck
All
all
right.
that.
Be that as it may, I still hold to what I said about the guy, and I don't care. I honestly, I don't pick on people. I never pick on people, but when I see others getting picked on, and when I see egos being flared and people running around like they're God's fucking gift to everybody, I honestly, it just pisses me off, and I feel like calling them out, and that's what I did, and I make no apologies for it.
That's some real shit.
We about to get even realer. Yo, Rolando, go ahead. See what you got to say right now.
Rolando. Hey, Devil, since Rolando hasn't spoke up, can you
boy.
speak for him?
Oh yes, sorry, I'm here. I'm here. I didn't realize I was on mute. All right, so listen, guys, everyone in the chat again. Like based on what we said earlier, on Blast Show is a place I can just come out and say some of my concerns, kind of the off media kind of thing. I don't want people to take anything I'm saying here on behalf of Video X Games. This is Rolando Brison, the human, the person. This is me speaking on behalf of myself. This has nothing to do with VXG. This is a personal problem I have with someone out there in the community, someone that I personally used to respect for many, many years. A fan of these guys, you know, and people know that I've had like a quote-unquote beef with David, Ultra David. But honestly, to be very real with you, like what he said and what he did was pretty minor compared to what was said to me yesterday. Now, okay, so yesterday on Final Round stream, I'm watching, you know, VXG Elite going in, Dominions playing against Moons, you know, I'm heated, I'm so freaking uber stream monster right now, my adrenaline is pumping, boom. Our sponsored player, sponsored by through Empire Arcadia as VXG Elite, he loses to Moons. I'm like, damn, I'm salty, my guy lost. So I go on Twitter and I said something that I probably shouldn't have said, all right? And first of all, I said it on the VXG Twitter, which was bad. I should have used my personal Twitter to say something like that because it's something was from me, all right? And I know a lot of you think I'm the face of VXG, but I think I also deserve to have my own personal opinion outside of VXG because what you guys don't know, I'm not even the president of VXG. I'm the vice president. There are people over me that I answer to. This was my personal thing, something that I said to Kugi, which I did apologize for. I made a joke there. Well, what I considered a joke, everyone took it as it was something serious. I shouldn't have said it, and I apologize. And me and Kugi even moved on. He even said, you know, listen, you know, Rolando, you and I should chat sometime. We hashed it out on Twitter. He was like, yeah, I hope you're enjoying Final Round. We're cool. Everything's all right. Like, 45 minutes after all of that, this thing is dead and done. Mr. James Chen comes on Twitter and decides to spark it back up and sends me a tweet saying basically that, you know, I need to know my role and shut my mouth. He's that's no joke no matter how you spin it. Rolando, be careful. You're slowly becoming a villain in the FGC. Now, this is after I kind of squashed it with Kugi. Pretty much it died down. I'm saying this is 45 minutes after I first sent this tweet. For me, it's over. For Kugi, it's over. Why is it still coming up? You know what I mean? Like, then you're clearly just, you want to bring attention to the world that Rolando said this. All right? Not harping on the fact that I apologized or that both me and Kugi moved on from it. All right? He brings it back up again. Tells me that I'm becoming a villain in the FGC because I said something to Kugi that we already squashed. My problem with this whole thing is, number one, here's the hypocrisy in this. When I first started planning VXG, for, you know, who media we're going to support. Just like we sponsor Cross Counter, we support the On Blast show. Tomorrow we're starting a qualifier where we're giving away a trip for Street Fighter Cross Tekken on Team Spooky. We sponsor Team Spooky, and you know he's being paid to do this stuff. All these guys are being paid to do what they do. We're supporting these people that do a lot of hard work in your scene. All right. We approached these guys about it. They never got back to me. I have an email here dated September the 13th. Never got a response from them. Then, after the whole thing with Ultra David going in and saying stuff about VXG that was inaccurate and completely wrong, on Monday, August the 20th, I sent him a long-ass email explaining, actually, yeah, August the 19th I sent it. Then I asked him another email again on August the 29th. You never replied to me. What's up? All right, I try to explain to them I'd like to come on the show so I can discuss some of the misconceptions they have about VXG because a lot of the things they said were very erroneous. They completely ignored me. On August the 28th, I sent a tweet to both of them. They both follow me on Twitter. They ignored the tweet. me telling them, guys, like I sent you an email, can you at least answer back? If you're so concerned about me and how I behave in the scene, and you want to advise me publicly because you're so concerned about Rolando becoming a villain, why are you not doing the right thing, using your media and saying, listen, let me talk to these VXG guys and see what they're about, just like Cross Counter did, just like OBS did, just like even Spooky did. You know, everyone else. Why are these two guys trying to like pick on me? And like I said, this is me talking. I'm not even VXG's fault. I don't care if they don't support VXG. My problem with it is these guys are constantly, any little thing I say, they try to find a way, particularly James Chen. This is the third time it happened that they said things about me that I was very offended by. The last time is when another third-party organization put that back, put out our prize totals and said that it's something along the lines of, wow, this is looking to be one of the best events with these prizes. Oh yeah, you should stop taking jabs at other tournaments. I'm like, yo, why are you tweeting this to me? A third party writes an article about VXG saying that he thinks it's going to be the best tournament of the year, and you're tweeting to me saying, yeah, that's wrong, you know, you shouldn't support that kind of thing. I retweeted the article. What's the problem? You know, and these constant attacks is my reason why I just kind of got to say, you know,
fuck yous. Fuck yous.
No.
I can say it for me.
That's not what I was gonna say. That's not what I'm gonna say. On May the 15th, I'm gonna be in LA. I got some business to do in LA. I'm gonna publicly ask them once again. You guys are so concerned about what VXG is doing. Let's sit down and talk about this. On May the 15th to May the 18th, I'm gonna be in LA in person. I'm gonna be at Wednesday night fights. I'm gonna be at Thursday run back. You have a problem with Rolando? Come and talk to Rolando. Hey, I'll even come and pick you up. I don't know how far you live from Walnut. I don't see you guys there so much anymore. I'd be happy to talk about it. I'll come over to your little cute apartment and sit down right there on that beautiful black couch with your nice little statues and sit right in between you guys, and we have a nice talk on your stream all about VXG. I got no problem with that. Let's talk about it. Is that
gangster?
No, nothing gangster. This is as neutral and as mediative as I can be. You know, I can come on here and like rage at him and curse and all of that. I'm not even doing that. I'm just saying, give me my due diligence, guys. Because honestly, if I was like, if I didn't care about fighting games, all I would do is just go to MLG and be like, hey, MLG, you know what? Forget about these FGC. These guys like James Chen are just turning me on. Here, take that money, do a qualifier tournament for us, and just advertise St. Martin. And I'm done. Then I don't have to deal with this. It's my love for the FGC. It's got me here. It's got me here investing in it. You know, $47,000 flying in people. You know, average pro gamers, but also average gamers. You know, 3 people winning a trip to VXG just on a tweet. You know, I'm investing all of this because I want to do something for the scene. But come on, guys. Like, the constant, like, vilifying of me as a person, me, Rolando Brison, I cannot appreciate that.
Well,
because they're jealous.
Before you get,
I don't know if it's jealousy or what, but I'm saying they are very inconsistent and biased with their commentary about us. Anything that comes good from VXG, they have nothing to say. The minute I say something that I apologized immediately for, that I squashed immediately with Kugi, he goes and harps on it. Why are you bringing it back up? What is it doing? And then I asked him that publicly. Why are you bringing it back up again? And this is the part I really didn't like. No, doing it publicly is exactly what you needed. Hopefully it'll jar you to chill and reevaluate your position. Mr. James Chen, I do not need you to make me evaluate my position. I do not answer to you. I answer to the St. Martin Tourist Board. Alright, so my position is with them. Why are you putting me in my place as if you are the one that controls my position? That is very disrespectful. Now, this is the kind of thing that if Triforce goes out there and tells someone, hey, you better watch yourself, chill, or you evaluate your position. Oh, you're threatening people. You're telling people what they're supposed to do. James Chen does it. Oh, it's okay. He's guiding Rolando. You know, yeah, Rolando was wrong. That's fine if that's your opinion. I just have the biased opinion. That's my only thing with it. And like I said, I have extended the olive branch on numerous occasions. To let these guys talk to me. Either in private, by email, by tweeting. Now I am extending olive branch in person. I am coming to LA I'm going to be there with the president of VXG, with the vice deputy minister of tourism. She's going to be there with us. If you want to talk, let's have a little talk. That's all I got to say.
And hopefully, as you extend the olive branch, they could actually reach the olive branch as long as they can get Mr. Wizard's dick out of their asses.
Now, can I say
They're not
something on
gonna
this?
talk.
Now, Rolando made a nice, real good, clean, public announcement on his thoughts on the situation. I'm going to give my thoughts on this particular, and my thoughts will not come out as nice as Rolando.
Please
But
go
I'll try to
easy
keep
because
it as PG-13
my
as possible.
problem is I don't want them to on
I do not speak
I just
for you.
said. No, but Triforce, here's the problem. At the end of the day, if you say something, this is the problem with these people. They only look for the negative. Any negative thing you said, my entire message will now be lost. That's my only issue with you saying anything and going ham on them right now. After my meeting with them in May, go all in. But I need to speak to these guys because honestly, I'm tired of it. I am trying to help, guys. I don't need to do this. This is not something that I need to. I'm a fan of your scene. This is a dream come true for me. But honestly, the resistance that people like James Chen and Ultra David give to me, it's shocking. To be very honest with you, it's shocking that they don't embrace someone that's trying to help the scene grow, in a different way, giving people an alternative, giving people a new event, bringing new sponsors to your scene. Instead of embracing me, inviting me to your show, inviting me to get these things done, the only thing you're interested in is attacking me on Twitter, attacking me in public, and God alone knows what you say in private about me, Mr. J. Chen. I can only imagine. I don't even know. I don't even think I want to know.
I did the same thing with you too. Don't forget with my personal blog.
For example, Glen, because you were talking on Twitter, but what did we do, Glen? We talked on Skype for almost an hour and a half. You and I talked. If people don't know, Glen is the famine. On Twitter, he has a blog and so on. And on his blog, he made an interesting article about VXG Elite, saying that he think it would fail, but he was very analytical about it and fair. I'd say if that's your opinion, at least you analyze it and you said that. Then you were very skeptical about VXG. We talked about it on Twitter. I said, honestly, Glen, let's talk about this on Skype. I took an hour and a half out of my day and I spoke to you and I enjoyed the conversation. I give you my take on it. Why can you do that? Why can't Ultra Chen do that?
I'm telling you, man, it's jealousy.
No.
It's total jealousy. And why wouldn't you just ignore it though? I mean, we talked about this on Skype.
No.
Why not just ignore it?
Now, Rolando, can I answer that? I won't go ham. I'll keep it completely professional. But I got
the dump button.
All right. Now, this is what Rolando was saying. Unfortunately, what he can't say, because if he says this, it makes it look like he's conspiracy or whatever the case may be. There he is. This whole thing is. Can you hear me?
You couldn't in and out.
No, I think I know what it is. I know what it is. It's me pressing the.
Right, you can hear before you go into Triforce, I just want to say that James Chen is ill-informed in anything he plays. Like I really feel like he's just a fucking parody in this fucking community. Like, the nigga doesn't know what the fuck he talks about. He gets on the fucking mic for a game he doesn't play, and then the motherfucker goes, I didn't think this was an unblockable. Cammy is really not broken. She is straight up. She's fucking good. Fuck that nigga, man. Nigga doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about in most of his games. Nigga's like a dick.
Yeah,
but hold on. Now the thing here is, let's look at this from a political landscape. The issue is, we're gonna keep it 100% professionally real, because I don't want to say something that will detract from Rolando's statement in terms of him putting out the olive branch. But I am going to be as straight as a razor here, and it's going to bleed when I cut. The issue here is that the political landscape to the masses in the fighting game community is VXG, for some reason or another, I don't know why, but there's this thing in the air about VXG threatening evil. Rolando has expressed it. I have expressed it. And I don't know how many other times we have to express it. We do not care about evolution in the sense of competition. VXG is not trying to compete with evolution. We do not care about their model. We're not trying to copy their model. We don't want anything to do with their model. We are not trying to compete with them. We are not trying to make it a World Fighting Game Championships. We do not. What we are doing is we are creating a brand to service this Latin American and Caribbean scene, and we are also inviting out international guests. We are no different from DreamHack. We are no different from World Game Cup. We are no different from Shadowloo Showdown. We're no different from SBO and all the other people that provide alternatives for the region in which they are in. For some reason, I guess it's because Rolando is involved with me, it comes off as a threat to Evo. And the people who are on Evo's side of the fence, such as James Chen and Ultra David, and this is no secret, they can't sit there and deny that they do not defend Evo. And other guys like Ski Sonic and like Keats and a lot of SRK supporters. When there's nothing wrong with them supporting them. What is wrong, and I'm not saying all of them do this, so let me just make sure that sentence does not connect. But for those who have, it is wrong to suggest, imply to people that VXG is trying to threaten Evo, take over it, and to give people this inception that they need to be careful with statements such as, I don't know who this Rolando guy is. We have to be careful with him because he's associated with a toxic brand like Empire Arcadia. And they're giving out false information about the organization and his business. Yet no one jumped in and corrected him. No one. They gave out false information, completely false. It was false. Then on top of it, they said Empire Arcadia was a toxic brand, which is slander to the EMP brand. No one corrected them. Rolando makes a statement based off of an actual match in a tournament, and he goes trolling on Twitter, and they try to check him like they're his boss. That's all I want to say about it. I wanted to mention that because I want to show the complete hypocrisy behind it. So I don't know how they want to take it, but like I said, and I'm sorry to bring your name in this, dogs, but I'm just going to bring your name in this because we already had this talk. But like me and Fnatic both best said it at final round. We don't want to be at Evo. We don't want to look so low. Real talk.
I agree.
Triforce, you should get your own show for reals.
I'm just saying, guys, like, I'm not trying to, just for the people in the chat that were wondering why am I bothered by it, guys, you gotta understand, like, I didn't come into the scene expecting this. I came in thinking, you know, when we brought those 12 players and then Empire Arcadia on top of that paid their own way to come to VXG, and we ended up with 18 international players from the US and, of course, Kayani from France. When I saw that, I saw them embrace it. So I'm not expecting to have to deal with all of this politics in the FGC when I come in, because I speak to all of them. Hey guys, listen, what if I do qualifiers and I do this? They're all telling me, Mike Cross, Combo Fiend, Triforce, Kayane, everyone is telling me that is a great idea, Rolando. Do it. Go out there. The scene needs something like that. So I went ahead and did that. Now that I'm doing this, now I'm taking the advice of senior people in the scene. It is very frustrating and hurtful to see people like James Chen, who's someone, like I said, I used to look up to this guy. I was a fan. You know, I'm not talking as Rolando, the organizer of VXG. I'm talking as Rolando, the gamer. Okay, the worst Blanca player in the world. But I still watch their streams. I still always listen to his commentary. And now to see that I'm in the position where we can work with these people, but they constantly deny it intentionally. Emails, Twitter, everything I've ever tried to do to get in contact with these guys, they completely ignore me. Ultra David, to his credit, although I had my little public beef with him, which I think everyone kind of knows was a bit tongue-in-cheek. It wasn't, you know, something completely serious. You know, we were just kind of trolling each other. But at the end of the day, I saw Ultra David at Yumacon. We spoke at Yumacon. We spoke at Apex. I've never met James Chen, but I do look forward to doing that in LA. So let's see if he does give me a moment of his very busy schedule.
I just think these guys.
What if he doesn't? By the way, are you gonna drop it then, or?
I'm gonna drop it because this is my last attempt. So all I'm gonna do from now on is I'm gonna block him on Twitter and completely ignore anything he has to have to say to me in the future, because then I know he's not serious about trying to advise me and tell me, yeah, Rolando, I'm just telling you this because I want you to do XYZ. I'm telling you guys, it's been at least 6 different tweets he has tweeted to me. All of them have been negative. Every single one of them have been. He tweeted about when someone said something about yeah, yo, VXG with Dominion is looking good. He replies to that, tags the video X Games in it, and says, yeah, but they should have done a better job making sure Dominion contacts Kugi before signing. I'm like, James,
not knowing that Dominion actually already contacted Kugi. See, speaking on something that they do not know. And you know what the funny thing is? If it ever comes to light, we made sure that Dominion actually saved the text where he actually contacted Kugi. Just so if anyone wants to be stupid, we blow it up out there. In fact, the first show we would come on is the On Blast show. That shit, yo. You know what's so funny, Rolando? The amount of dirt that is out there in the community, saved in logs and video. Yet the people that they say are villains of this scene, if these villains, and I'm one of them, if I was a real villain, I could destroy this scene by releasing the e-files.
Which is the same thing. I could tell you this. I'm sending an email tomorrow. I'm going to copy everyone in the so-called FGC Illuminati, and I'm going to tell them my position kind of on this, because I want to remain professional about it. You know, I want them to know my concerns with the feedback I'm getting, because I really summed it up in my response to James Chen when I told the guy, look, you tweeting public to me certainly helps perpetuate it. You could Facebook or DM me. You know, it's clear to me, you know, I spoke to Jabali about it after, because Jabali was one of the people, he also came out and attacked me. But then he came afterwards realizing, you know what, okay, I kind of exaggerated on it. My bad, Rolando. And we're cool again, you know? So I can work with that. I can understand people. It's very admirable that people come out to defend someone like Kugi, who's an important sponsor in the scene. That's very admirable. That's very important. I think that's good. But to take advantage of the moment, yes, I have a chance to now and attack Rolando again, yay! Like, that fucking bullshit just pisses me off, straight up. And like I said, guys, I'm not speaking on behalf of VXG. Don't take this as the Video X Games organization in any way. This is Rolando Brison. This is my personal opinion on it. Please, I just want to stress that, because I don't want people to start and think that this is something that VXG thinks about him. Like, VXG as a business will, if we gotta sign a contract to advertise with them tomorrow, it's gonna be good exposure. We'll do it anyway, because as a business, it's good. But me personally, I don't want nothing to do with them if they're not gonna at least make an effort to talk to me.
This shit is gonna wash over. They're gonna ignore it. Who cares?
They're gonna ignore it. They're gonna listen.
Just to answer the chat there, I'm so free is asking, real talk, Kugi and Jabali are being cordial with you. That is right. They do be cordial with me. Jabali, you know, he even openly admits that he has an ego. He can be a bit of a douche. He trolls a lot and so on. But at the end of the day, we do have very good and serious conversations about our events. And that's something I could respect about Jabali. You know what? And same thing with Kugi. We had our ups and downs. We never got to sit down and talk. But we both said, you know, listen, we're going to talk sometime. And maybe, who knows, you're going to have Broken Tier stuff at VXG. I would love that. I would love Broken Tier to maybe work with us and do some shirts. All of that, I got no problem doing that stuff. But all I can say is, a guy like James Chen just using those opportunities to throw shots at me personally, not at VXG, but at me personally. I have the right to respond and defend myself, and this is the medium I chose to do to go ahead and respond.
Oh well.
Can I tell everybody to go fuck themselves now?
Pretty much.
All right. So Chen, go fuck yourself. David, go fuck yourself. I don't even like the way you look. So I never have, I never did. When I see you on stream, I want to punch the screen of my TV. So, I mean, we'll just leave it at that.
Don't put James Chen on the microphone anymore. I don't want to hear that nigga talk anymore on the microphone. I don't even want to say the word nigga compared to him, because I feel like I'm offending the word nigga. So I just
you know what you should do? You know what?
Fucking microphone anymore.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear that motherfucker talk on a mic about any game that he does not play competitively anymore. I don't want to hear him even fucking get on the mic for any game. I want to hear him stream shit. Like, oh, I'm good at Darkstalker. I'm good at Guilty Gear. You don't play none of those games. You don't play even Street Fighter, son. Don't fucking get on.
Damn.
All right, I'm gonna show a link here.
Hold on, before you do, Barrow, Brian, I'm gonna let you roll because I see you chatting that you got to split out. So, any shout outs you want to get out there?
Well, I suppose shout outs to everybody back at Willvolution, which is, well, was or still is the competitive community for Gekto Ninja Taisen 4 and all related games. Been around since probably like 2006, 2007. Not going strong anymore, despite having like a 100-man tournament in Florida in like 2007, 2008. But we're still trying our best to keep it alive, but I don't know. And a big fuck you, I suppose, to, I don't know, maybe Dandy J for being like really elitist and douche. I suppose Dandy J just kind of being really elitist whenever something new comes along. I don't know.
Actually, I'm starting to like you, man. Brian, I'm digging you, man. You're allowed back on this show at any time.
All right, nice. And I suppose to all the viewers, you know, I may have a bit of a problem with backpedaling whenever I realize I say something outrageously stupid. I say I'm sorry way too much, and I probably made the audience more divisive on me than ever, even
nothing
right
wrong,
after the video.
Nothing wrong with making a mistake. I make one every day I wake up.
Oh shit!
That was dark. That was dark, man.
That was very dark. Yeah, damn, Jake.
I gotta be a sucker and work a 9 to 9, you know.
Oh shit!
And I suppose right before I go, if anybody wants to follow me on Twitter, it's just Twitter/Nova Sonic Run. If you even get that reference, we're best friends forever, but that's okay. Just shoot me a message if you live in the Columbus area, maybe even the Cincinnati area. I'm going to be in Cincinnati this weekend, blah, 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 blah. Okay, bye.
Throw it in the chat for me. I'll put it up. I'll follow. I always wanted to follow this kid. That crying Brian shit had me fucking pissing my pants for like weeks. I actually like him now. You know what? He's half a real nigga now. He's getting his way up there. Yo.
Yeah, what was that video you said where people were like cursing up Obama on air?
Oh,
I always liked the Jesse Jackson one.
It's a Jesse Jackson. They weren't cursing him out. They were cursing. The mics were live, and it was Jesse Jackson and 2 other members of Congress, and they were talking about if he won, it would be some kind of bullshit, and they were like, he's a house nigga, basically.
Where is this video at?
You gotta look it under YouTube. I don't know the link now. I actually caught it live.
Yo,
CNN.
Go on Google and put Jesse Jackson calls Obama house nigga. It'll pop up.
Okay, let's see. Jesse Jackson calls Obama the N-word video.
No, put house nigga.
Oh my god.
You gotta spell it. Because you're talking to a 16-year-old kid, man.
House nigga Obama.
I just had to copy paste the entire. Sorry.
Fooblat splitting as well. Fooblat, you out of here?
Foobie, I love you, nigga.
Yo, Fooblat is there?
Yeah.
Yo, Fooblat, what's going down, man?
Yo, Fooblat, man.
Yo, how do I spell Jesse? Which one?
What?
I'm out of here.
That's how young he is.
I'll be at Battle Circuit tomorrow. Peace.
Yo, wait, Fooblat, before you leave, Fooblat,
what's up?
Before you leave, are you playing Cross Tekken? Because
I'm picking it up a little.
All right, starting tomorrow is going to be the Rambat for the VXG ticket. No Empire member can win it. Just to let you know.
Oh wait, more importantly, Fooblat, what's your favorite animal?
What?
Wow. That's hella random. Give me a second.
Come on, there's so many to choose from.
Wait a minute.
After this weekend, I'm gonna have to go with bear.
A bear, okay. So Derptile in the chat always wants to know every guest's favorite animal. So now
I know.
Yo, Fooblat, off record, because this is the On Blast show, so this is off record, and you don't have to answer it. Yo, and I'm not gonna go into the details of what it is, but yo, do you be smoking and blowing it on the highway like at 120?
Not at 120, yo. Damn.
Not at 120.
About 90. He be on the 90.
Yo, I heard stories about your legendary driving that made a girl almost piss in her pants.
Yo, I don't know about that. Maybe.
I'm just letting you know. She was like, "Oh my God, he was just driving and his knees were up and he wasn't even controlling the wheel and he was just smoking." And I was like, "I thought I was gonna die." I'll shit you not. I'm not making this up to put you on blast. Me, I'm just letting you know.
That's amazing.
All right, I just wanted to find out.
Hells yeah.
Yo, Fooby, you remember Zangi fan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he stopped playing Marvel, dude. So he's retiring.
Why?
Damn.
Yeah, Zangi fan stopped playing Marvel. So
why?
Just personal reasons. Personal, like, yeah, rest in peace. Yeah, like personal reasons due to his family. So he's never gonna play Marvel ever again. You won't see him play Marvel ever. Like he won't be playing anything.
That sucks.
Yeah, dude. So just sending out like he's sending out like some last goodbyes and shit. He told me if I ever see you again, he's like, "Yo, I'll see you." Like he's like, "What's up?"
All right, thank you.
Yeah, no problem, man.
No doubt.
That's crazy.
One of the street monsters landed it right to Marvel. Yo.
Yeah. All right, I'm out of here, guys.
All right, man.
Anyway, guys, so I'm here in the Ultra Chen chat. You know where I guess he wasn't expecting that I was watching the chat, but you know he said some things here about. Oh, what was it? Something stupid shit. He said, we should just choose to discuss things intelligently. I said, discuss intelligently. I've extended dozens of invitations to discuss this intelligently. You're the one who chooses to completely ignore my invitations. August 28th, August 19th, September 13th, email sent to you. I'm telling you now again, I'm in LA. You still can't tell me yes. You know what I mean? It's like, alright, if you don't want to talk, then just keep my name out of your mouth. As simple as that. If you don't want to talk, then we don't need to talk. Simple as that. That's all it is. But then don't be a hypocrite and tell me that, you know, all I'm trying to do is point out certain things. I mean,
Rolando, the point is he doesn't want to talk to you, period, because he does not want to squash the beef with you because there are agendas behind the scene. It's just that simple. They don't want to talk to you. Any other normal business person, if you extend an olive branch, it's out of courtesy and respect that you accept it if you want to talk. If someone, you just extended out an olive branch, yet he's bringing up something else, it simply means they don't want to talk, they don't want to be your friend, and to be very honest with you, they don't trust you, they don't like you, and that's what it is. Like, to me personally, you know what I think about the whole situation. I don't think you should extend any olive branch. It is what it is. Dudes want to be enemies, we enemies. That's it. I rather respect that. And to be honest with you, I don't want none of these fools to be friends, period. Because you know why? At the end of the day, these fools is fugazi. That's real rap. They're fugazi. These dudes cannot be trusted. These dudes have cliques, and they cliques with dicks. And if you're not a part of the scene in their eyes, then you can't rock with them. And all that. That's like, man, listen, just do your thing. You work for the San Marcos Tourist Board. Bring esports to the Caribbeans. And that's it. And while these dudes is over here still trying to give out only $200,000 tops in the next 10 years for fighting games, you'll be giving out almost $3 million for the Caribbean. Who cares? You don't need. I told you.
No, I don't need it. I don't need it, Triforce. I understand. That's what I'm saying. From a VXG perspective, VXG does not care. I am speaking as Rolando Brison, the gamer. The guy that used to look up to these people, that used to think they were serious about seeing the scene grow. They used to think that these people really cared about it. And my faith in them has been shattered by the way that they go about treating Rolando Brison. That's all I'm saying. VXG doesn't care about them. That's why I can ignore it. I am speaking as a person. My personal feeling on it. I mean, I think I have a right to. Yes, I'm the guy behind VXG, but I think I also have a right to still, you know, have a feeling about certain things. And my feeling about it is that these guys are just, like I said, it's true, Ultra David, the only thing he had a issue with was the Empire Arcadia thing. And I agree with that, and he says he stands by it, and I stand to disagree with him. I can live with that. It's James Chan's tweets, which I'm going to compile now because they're claiming that, oh, I never said that. So I'm going to go and do some homework and get all those tweets quickly before he deletes them.
Ultra David said, it ain't no big deal. I really don't care about rectifying things.
See my point? It doesn't. You're gonna compile all those notes, and guess what? No one. At the end of the day, it's a North American scene. They're gonna go with those guys because those guys are West Coast and they support Evo and all of this thing you're doing. Everyone's gonna say, Rolando's being a little big bitch about the situation. Whether you represent a VXG or yourself, it is. At the end of the day, eat a dick. At the end of the day, this
wow.
Shit is
eat a dick.
I'm not
eat
trying.
a
You see,
dick.
this is also like a.
Somebody got some speech going on there. Lower your volume a little.
Someone listening to damn TV.
Oh.
Anyway, it's whatever. All I'm saying is like I'm not trying to, like I say, it is true in y'all culture and in American culture. I can see how this would come across as being a baby, but this is or being salty or whatever.
No,
That's
not.
what people think. I'm just saying that in my culture, where I come from, this is how we solve things because we live on a small island. All of these islands are relatively small. We're tight-knit communities, so we can't go out and just ignore those negative things because chances are you're going to be bumping into these same people over and over and over again on the bus, at work, on the beach, or wherever. So typically in our culture, when you have a problem with someone like that, you extend the olive branch to talk about it. And that's my only effort. And if they pass on it, that's fine. That's their right. But then I'm done. Then I just don't want to hear you mentioning me anymore. Simple as that. Just don't have anything to say about VXG.
Rolando, it's not a culture. It's not an American culture thing. It's the way certain people in America act. And at the end of the day, listen. At the end of the day, they have an allegiance to an organization that they feel is threatened by another organization that does not give a shit. And at the end of the day, so you by nature and design, you are their enemy, even if you're not their enemy. Period. That's just how they're never going to change. Nothing you do to exonerate yourself or prove yourself innocent is going to change. It is the same situation with the Empire. They sit there and they say, Empire is toxic, this, that, whatever. No one has any proof to show it's toxic, and Empire has all the proof to show what it has done for the scene. But guess what? It does not change the public opinion of the scene. You know why? Because they need you to be the bad guy. That's it. That's all at the end of the day. They need you to be the bad guy. So that's why I say what I say. They don't, like you see how Ultra David said, I don't want to, it doesn't matter to me, I don't care. Because in his mind, he's like, man, who the fuck are these guys? Like, who gives a shit? At the end of the day, they don't even have the decency to even say, okay, look, you know something? Out of sheer humility and diplomacy on a diligent level, let me at least talk to this guy. If we can at least come to an agreement and say, okay, look, from this point, let's start from scratch. We're gonna wipe the slate clean, give you a new start, fresh start, blah, 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 just for argument's sake. No, they don't even have the respect. Did you see Ultra David's comment? Man, yeah. I don't care either way. That's disrespectful.
Yeah, they don't give a shit, dude.
That's
they don't care like they don't care about the community. That's why, I mean,
that's what it comes down to
with them as well, because they don't cover the community. And they just don't care. All they care about is themselves. Number one.
So, if he states that, then you let it rock. If he states they don't care, then all right. Next thing we move on. Now, next time they try to check you, you check them hard. That's it.
Triforce, man. Shut the fuck up. You and Rolando had this conversation on the beach somewhere, man. Nobody want to hear that shit.
Everybody wants to hear that shit. We
just hit the
highest record ever in the history of the All Blast show, bro. I just did it. I brought the beef and I brought the numbers. Yo, James, I want my check in the mail, man.
Just bring me to the beach.
Well, I'm James.
I'll bring the check with me to the beach.
I'm gonna go to bed.
What's that?
I'm gonna go to bed now.
Yeah, you should be asleep already. It's 1:30 in the morning.
Look, I have spring breaks. You don't tell me what to do.
I'll tell you what to do because I got the buttons. Get your shout outs and get the fuck out.
Oh. Shout outs to the whole MK community, I guess, and anybody on the Alan Blast show. I mean, you know, you guys kept me up for a good 4 hours, but now I'm kind of dying over here.
Go play some Injustice. Get good.
Yeah, I will. I mean, I only played for 2 hours and I came on the show. Anyway.
Wonder Woman's OP.
No, I picked up Batman, so if you're Wonder Woman, so yeah. I'm gonna go to bed now. See you guys later.
All right, man. Anytime, Sonic.
All right, no problem.
Later.
Bye.
Oh boy, what a night! I had to postpone a meeting I had at 1 a.m. Oh shit! Only the On Blast show, man. This is crazy.
Let me see something. He's in here running out. I should see man giving anything to the dog.
What in the hell?
Oh.
You reading some Illuminati shit?
Yeah, I'm always reading Illuminati shit.
Yeah.
Illuminati shit.
I control the Illuminati. Remember that. I'm the motherfucker. I'm the motherfucker that supplies Mr. Wizard those McRibs.
Somebody in the chat said that he want to give Dztrbed his favorite animal, which is the mimic octopus.
Who the fuck you? The mimic octopus?
Yeah.
What about you, Glenn? I didn't get your favorite animal.
Who, mine?
Yeah.
Mine's fucking Blanca. Blanca is my favorite animal.
No, it's got to be a legit animal, man.
Blanca is fucking legit.
What is he?
He's fucking beast.
What kind of beast? A wildebeest? What a beast?
Fucking wildebeest.
Fuck, I don't know. I don't know what my favorite animal is. Fucking... I don't know. Fucking leopard, man. Fucking leopard's awesome. Or the cheetah. Always chilling.
The Indonesian mimic octopus.
What?
The Indonesian mimic octopus.
That's an actual animal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit is an actual animal.
I want to see this motherfucker in action.
Blanca is not a fucking monkey. That's ridiculous.
A menacing color change is no
Yes, it is. He was on St. Martin with me and Rolando chopping coconuts.
I bet y'all climb a coconut tree faster than anybody.
But yeah, let me steal some of the spotlight too, because I wanted to talk about this because I'm developing a new application for the fighting game community and wanted some input from the channel. So I'm trying to develop a fighting game, or not fighting game, a tournament tracker. Now there's already tournament trackers kind of out there. One like Event Hubs has one. But I'm trying to develop a more robust one that kind of keeps track of all the professional, non-professional, whoever, casual players around the world when they go enter a tournament. And I was trying to get some input to see if that's even worth developing, like if people would actually use it.
Would you like my professional opinion on this?
Yeah,
no
shoot it over.
First of all, people better start doing that shit. I'm just saying it from a business standpoint. If your thing can coincide with, what's the name of this thing? Challenge. It would get more people to use Challenge, which has a bracketing system, which you can use. In less than 1 year, you're going to see a company enter the scene that's going to want to utilize someone who's keeping the stats. I'm just throwing that out there. I can't say any more about it than that.
But yeah, I mean, I'm trying to do something similar to that. I mean, because when you go out there and you try to look at everyone's stats, let's say anyone on Empire, you know, it's hard to find, you know, how Empire is actually doing unless you go to your website and, you know, sift through all your articles. You know, there's no real good tracking system for all the players that everyone follows.
That does suck. I wish, man, shit. If whatever you're creating, I wish your thing could give me because all it does, all my sites does is just states our wins, but it doesn't compile them.
Yep.
You know.
So I'm trying to create something that kind of compiles them and looks at the, you know, from an analytical point of view, try to see, you know, who's actually dominating. You know,
Natish, hold on a second. Natish, you there?
I think Natish is sleeping.
That motherfucker always sleeping. Triforce got the floor while I go take a piss.
Well, just to answer your statement, if you make that program, I will use it because I have a every time we don't track our placings. Like there's a spreadsheet that I give to Guinness where it tracks all of our the wins. Every time we win, I have to compile the notes myself, make a battle log, and post it on the Empire website. Put the link in the spreadsheet, and then I have to find a secondary source that backs the first source which is the Empire, because Guinness is like, they need to make sure that there's a citation to it. I can't just say, oh, we went to this tournament, because if I did that, then I can write whatever tournament I want to win. So we have to have a secondary source to it. But if you have a website that does that, I'm telling you right now, esport teams will be using your site like shit. They'd be in there. I know I would.
That's what I'm trying to create. I mean, I want to make it where you can have a player profile. Like anyone in the community can go and create a player profile for free. You know, there's no cost involved. You just, you know, you go up there, you make your profile, you put your sponsors on there, you know, you put information, and then, you know.
You make it, I will pay for it.
All right.
I'm serious.
All right. But yeah, I mean, if you're saying that it's good that, you know, you would use it as a, you know, a team, a professional team that's sponsored, then I have high hopes that, you know, everyone will use it. Because I put it out there, I put some feelers out there, I made an article about it, no one really got any good response. But, you know, ideally, I don't see anything out there like it. So,
did you put the article on Event Hubs? Or did
no, they won't copy anything I put up there. They don't care about the smaller people. You know that.
Well, okay, then perhaps the bigger people need to give you a helping hand so you can get it out there, because I think all jokes aside, all the cursing and the real talk aside and all that other stuff, that is a tool that the fighting game community needs. I'm going to show you something that I do. I did it even with Video X Games. If Rolando's even still in there, he can confirm with it. One of the things that I used to create the partnership with VXG was that I was able to show statistical reference from Empire Arcadia of how good our team is. Because you know how many teams came to Rolando saying they were the best in the world and they won the most this and the most that and all this other stuff, but no one really gave him any hard proof. I had to go to him and show him the actual statistics and the facts that we are the most winning team in the world in competitive gaming. And he was like, oh, crap, man. So it helped me, and to be very honest with you, like the deal I just got with the Sci-Fi Channel doing this reality series for the fighting game scene, I use that to sell it. You know, they need these things, they need this information. It's very important. So if you can create a program that does that, it will be vital for any serious teams. It may not do anything big in terms of like you know, minor teams, but I will tell you this much: a guy like Fnatic will use it, a guy like I would use it, Complexity would use it, EG I would think would use it, because like these guys are like AGE, Chris G's winning, but no one's writing the stats down for Chris G's wins. I don't understand that. Well, actually, that's me assuming. I don't know if Fnatic's writing it down for Chris G, but these wins mean something. People think it doesn't.
Exactly.
These numbers, this analytical data means something, and people can't see the relevance of it now, but they will in less than a year.
Yep. And I know, just from my personal, you know, need for this, I want to see how well these players are actually doing in terms of earnings. You know, if they were open to actually put, you know, how much they're winning, and we can compare that, you know, on a global scale, that would be amazing.
Well,
not
I'm
just
telling you right now,
wins.
the earnings will be skewed because players in the fighting game community split pots. So
Yeah,
you
of
can't,
course.
it's going to be, yes.
And it's going to be entirely community driven, so I mean, I'm sure there's going to be inaccuracies, but you know, the part of having it is the community kind of, you know, maintain it themselves and see where it goes. But I mean, ideally, here I'm gonna post up a screenshot in the chat right now and check it out. This is the concept, the wireframe. This kind of gives you an overview of what it would look like ideally when it's, you know, first developed. It's all, you know, it's a web application. It's all PHP and so on, and you know, that's ideally what the front page would look like in terms of displaying this, you know, who the top, you know, ranking players are, the top grossing, you know, and the recent placings. And then there's another one that I have here that's more the player profile.
Yo, wait, yo, I'm not feeling this. Where's Dominion?
Dominion? You're probably not going to like this one because this one's Justin Wong. I use Justin Wong as the concept. Oh, let me get that link up here. Copy image. And this one is the player profile, what the player profile would look like.
Where is it?
And I use Justin Wong as a filler, and and so on, and kind of give you an idea of how that would look like when players actually create their profiles and put their sponsors, put their contacts, and ideally update their stats on what's going on. It might be lagging a bit. I'm sure everyone in the damn stream's loading it.
I'm glad you're not riding international players and you actually use American homegrown players. Because like somebody would have been like, oh, let's make this entire template based on infiltration.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty good feedback so far. I mean, if you think that it will blow up, then I'll continue developing it. I'm doing this on the side as a hobby, because I think the community needs it. Like I said, I tried looking up Yipe stats. I tried looking up, I think Justin Wong has a wiki page, Wikipedia, and he has his stats up there. So I mean, it's easy to find that, but I can't find like Daigos or Taquitos, and so on. And it's important information, I think, to really gauge who really is the top player, not just what Ultra Chen or Ultra David and James Chen says or what SRK says. I want to know like the facts.
You know what I need? I need something like that so I could put the stats of how many people in the community I've told to fuck off and how many I've told to suck my dick.
I just knew he was going to say something true.
That's so good. We need one on how many fucking people the Emperor destroyed this year. So where do we sign up?
But yeah, I mean, I think that shit will work. I mean, it'll help us get us to a better place as a community. I think people start taking us seriously. Because I mean, if you look at esports as a whole, like the first-person shooters and the RTSs, I mean, all these different leagues, they all track it too. And we seem to not really do it as much. It's kind of
outside of Empire Arcadia and get your tournament. It's not done.
Hey, Will, you back?
Yep.
What's going on, sir? I'm sorry I'm ignoring you.
That's cool.
Conversations just get floating.
Yo, I dig it.
What's this thing about make the U.S. scene look small time? I don't understand your point.
I'm saying that like the U.S. scene has more or less been solely insular, like whereas it's all been fighting games all the time, only more or less Capcom focused for a very long time. And I feel like VXG has changed, well, not changed, but it's making people look beyond the old model that's been going on for about almost 15 years now. You know what I mean? And it's like bringing in money and bringing in also more importantly mainstream support, or possibly mainstream support. It means that tournaments will eventually become more of events that people go to and actually enjoy, instead of just saying I'm going to win and get my money and go home. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's, to me, the most important point about VXG at the end of the day, where it's like.
But you're just saying that's a bad thing or a good thing?
No, it's a good thing. It's a great thing. I feel like at the end of the day, VXG is, to me, at this point in time, it's poised to make the fighting game scene more accessible to everyone, regardless of whether you win or lose or do whatever.
Rolando, I don't know if you guys ever met. Rolando, will tell him who you work with, your site, and the stuff you work with.
Yeah, I write for Fight Your Rival.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Okay.
Nah, he's not.
That Fight Your Rival show.
I love that shit.
You guys, I don't know, man. That's a gem. That's an internet gem just waiting to blow up. It's really like, I'm sponsoring Cross Corner, but I gotta admit, like, that show, you get a nice little 20 minutes there. It is really on the level, of Cross Corner, if not even sometimes more enjoyable. And I'm just being real here. Like, the content you guys come out with is really cool, and I wish you guys a lot of success, and I just hope you can blow up one day, man. I don't know if people have done that, but you gotta check out Fight Your Rival. What's your YouTube page?
Just Fight Your Rival on YouTube. That's literally that.
Just like Fight Your Rival. Let me. Yeah, there it is. Fight Your Rival.
Put the link out into the chat for these guys.
No doubt, we'll do.
So what do we do on Fight Your Rival, man?
What me? Well, we're more or less like trying to be like East Coast specific news, but like covering fighting games, events, things that like more or less relate to the fighting game scene, not only just playing, going out to events, but also just the culture in general. And I feel like at a certain point in time, the fighting game scene, just talking about what Triforce was getting at before about the fighting game scene not really growing and talking about people not really adapting. I feel like the fighting game scene at this point in time is going to be something bigger than it was maybe a year or two ago, just because of the fact that we're now gaining a collective voice that means more than just saying, hey, yo, fuck you. It's like, hey, we do this, and this is some new shit going down. You know what I'm saying? All right.
I mean, I think the community, you know, and I'm not in no way trying to take credit for shit because I didn't do nothing. But I think the community's starting to communicate more, even if it's in a raw way at times. You know, from when I first came to the scene, it was, you know, like I said, the MK people were in there, World of Capcom people. Now, one or two people mingled here and there. Now I'm starting to see kind of a little bit more progress where people from all communities are starting to actually talk, where media groups of like, for example, like Fight Your Rival, Put That Back, the On Blast show, yes, Ultra Chen and fucking douchebag David, whatever the fuck their names are. You know, everybody's starting to talk, even if it's in a positive and negative way. That dialogue wasn't there a year or two ago.
True.
And now it has an opportunity. We can all argue, we can all fight and scream and rant and rave. At the end of the day, because now I got everybody and their mother saying that. At the end of the day, eventually we're all going to have to come to some agreements.
True.
You know, I mean, this ain't going to be North and South Korea and we're going to have a peace treaty, you know, and then just split the shit up. Eventually we're going to have to come to the table. We're all going to have to agree, and it ain't going to be an agree to disagree. Once that happens, then I think the community as a whole can grow as an e-sport.
James, can I comment on that?
Go ahead.
Okay. You know, I don't want to say you're wrong because you're not, but you do understand that it doesn't matter what they want to believe in or when they think they should come together. In less than a year, the scene's coming together, whether they like it or not. Because when these boys get in the scene, they're going to find out that if the scene does not come together, corporate will come in and buy the scene, and they will dictate who's going to be doing what. And when they find out that, listen, these guys don't give a shit about West Coast and East Coast rivalry, they don't care about all that nonsense. They're just going to be like, hey, listen, it's a business. You're gonna do your business.
Give me the dollar signs is what it's going to come down to.
A prime example of real business being done, right? And this just goes to show you a level of like what it is, how real it is. When Rolando made a statement against, about what's the name of this thing, Kugi, right? Markman came on, and Markman says, "I don't like where this is going. Drop it." Rolando automatically, yeah, you know something, I'm not going. You know, this is business. We don't want to make this more than what it needs to be. The situation is dropped. You think that situation is bad? Man, listen. Yo, none of this nonsense we do is going to be happening anymore. People will lose. People are going to be influenced. And if you do any of this nonsense, you're fired. Period. You're done. When them real companies get involved, it's like the situation with Adam. Remember last year with Adam? Adam personally wanted to defend himself. Blah, blah, blah. He made a comment on Twitter. He came on Blast Show to defend himself. People like, man, look, he's not blah, 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 professional. So one comment came out of Sundance's Twitter. It says, this is why you don't go on community shows or something to that event. The next day, Adam's Twitter changed. It went straight to corporate, and he stopped talking to the scene, period. Because you know why? People can lose their jobs, tangible jobs that pay 5 figures to 6 figures. And when that starts happening to the scene, you're going to see a lot of mouths close. Because at the end of the day, it's putting that bread and butter on the table. People can argue all they want. It's what it is.
Yep, I can contest to that because, you know, I come from the video game industry. And, you know, when you're dealing with the public, you know, if you start, you know, putting dialogue out there, I mean, it's over. You know, you gotta have some control over it. How it goes.
Well, I mean, look, it's going to happen eventually. I mean, we can disagree on the timing. Right now, I hate to say it to everybody, we're an embarrassment of a community to invest into. It's just a fact. It's a fact.
That's facts.
You know, and that.
The good thing is that we don't know though, James. Like a lot of us sponsors don't necessarily go and dig that deeply to try and find these things that are an embarrassment. So that's where you're fortunate, because it's things that sponsors can look past, but we can't take solace in that. We have to be careful, because eventually, like me, as if I was just like some old ass 55-year-old guy from the St. Martin Tourist Board, yeah, this thing probably would have been dropped a long time ago.
You mean like at the desk?
I ain't talking with nobody. Yeah, I just saying, if there's certain people, older senior people in the St. Martin Tourist Board that would have probably said, you know what, I don't like what I'm hearing about these scenes, these stories that I'm getting. If they dug as deep as I did, you know what? All right, forget about these guys. Let's just go to MLG and talk to them and do a League of Legends tournament and get 400,000 viewers concurrent. You know, that's what they could do with their money. You know, the Tourist Board could choose to do that. I convinced them not to. I said, no, give the FGC a chance. It's an underdeveloped market. There's opportunities for it to grow. We can grow with it. But that's not something we had to do. You know, a lot of companies have gone the lazy route, man. Dr. Pepper, you know, these brands could have just gone to they went the easy route, which is just go to esports.
Of course, and they will continue to do that. And you're really the minority though, don't forget. I mean, they don't really have like official spokespeople, you know, getting that much involved as much as you have. You know, you're more or less, you know, like an ambassador for the entire island and you know, who you represent. You know, they don't have the same thing in most cases, like Dr. Pepper, you know, Nachos. Or not Nachos. Yeah, Nachos. Dorito. And then the rest of the Doritos, yeah, sorry, some nachos. Doritos for MLG, and then, you know, all the energy drinks, you know. You know, that stuff will scare them. I mean, I can tell you just from my experience, and it's not something they go out there and find either. The thing you got to think about is it's what's sent to them. You know, it's what's being talked about. You know, what they stumble upon. Because I've never known an investor, I've never known a sponsor to go out there and actively search for all the negativity as much as, you know, the positive stuff. You know, they're trying to find out the good stuff. And then all it takes is one person to send them a link to something, you know, really negative, and, you know, they get scared. And they don't understand it or comprehend it. That's why community managers like Seth Killian and so on exist. They kind of bridge that gap, and that's what you're doing for your board, Rolando. You know, you're trying to bridge that gap and make them understand that this is normal.
Oh, you mean like how when Rolando, like 2-3 months ago, I guess, no, not 2 months ago, when he came on the Arm Blast show, I remember this vividly. And he was talking about the island and something like that, and someone digged up an article about some drug scandal in St. Martin and put it on the Blast show to try to demonize the island. And then Rolando was like, well, maybe I should dig up the drug scandals that happened in America, which like is 100,000 folds. What the hell happened?
It's one every day.
I'm probably one of those.
Yeah, one every day. I might be in that shit too.
For real.
But yeah, I mean that's really scares a lot of people away. I think that's what, you know, the FGC is so hard about. But on the other hand, the FGC, like, I come from the MMORPG genre of gaming. You know, I'm totally different genre of gaming in terms of, you know, what my passions are. And I didn't go to school. I was kicked out of school, and I don't have any formal education. And I made a career out of myself based on just gaming alone. You know, I got into the gaming and say that again.
I said I respect that.
Yeah, so I mean, I got into the gaming industry without anything. You know, it's just, you know, pure passion, and, you know, my love for video games overall. And, you know, when you take that route and you go you know, to an industry where you basically have nothing and trying to build something, you know, it's super important that, you know, people understand that, you know, anything can come out there and just, you know, tarnish their reputation and scare them. I mean, just with the fighting game community and what attracted me to it from the communities that are already involved in is the fact that the fighting game community is so unique, you know, so reclusive. You know, it's actually probably one of the best communities I've ever been a part of in terms of all the gaming communities I've experienced because of their uniqueness. And it's actually what makes it thrive. And I actually kind of, I don't run a, you know, a lot of people are giving you flack, both Triforce and, you know, VXG, because you're bringing in change. And that change is impacting the way the community's always been. I'm not saying that's a bad thing or, you know, even a good thing. But you got to understand that's the way it's always been, and you know it's been reclusive. And then when you start bringing in new business, new sponsors, you know it's getting more professional. It's getting more, you know, it's maturing, as they say. You know that kind of changes everything. You know it's not as reclusive and you know a small group of people anymore. It's much bigger than that, and it's growing every year. And you know that's not what. You know, that's not what attracted me to the community, actually. What attracted me to it, like I said, is the small nature of it. You know, it's just a small group of guys or guys and gals, I won't be sexist here, you know, of people that know each other, that know Triforce, that know Justin Wong, that, you know, everyone knows each other. And these guys, you know, they own the community. And, you know, that's what set it apart. And it really scares a lot of people. That might be why, you know, Ultra David and James Chen are so threatened by what's happening, because you're...
No, that's exactly why. That's exactly why. I'm going to speak on them and on their behalf and tell you that's exactly why.
No, it makes the most sense to me as, you know, someone kind of... You know, I've always followed the scene, but I've not been as involved as you guys have. But I've always followed it because, you know, that's what I do. I build robust communities for large-scale games. And to me, like just seeing how this community has developed over the years, you know, just following, you know, everyone just, you know, like Rolando said, you know, looking up to all these people, you know, that's what, you know, made it so unique. And I mean, the fighting game community is based on a genre of gaming, where esports is based on multiple genres of games. You know,
yes, that's true. It's true. Yeah, that's a key difference. And it also, the thing is, you can't come into, if you come into if you try to bring esports to the FGC, but you don't have that FGC passion, you will not succeed. You know, because you need to have that passion to understand certain things in the scene, to know how to actually get people to come to tournaments, to give people things that they would appreciate, you know, and which is why VXG is, while it seems like it's really growing big, we actually think we're throttling our growth. Because we didn't just come all out and just threw millions of dollars in there. We said, you know what, we have a 5-year plan for how we're going to grow VXG, and that's what we're going to do. And we won't be anywhere near the ability to have the numbers that Evo has until at least 2016, when the island has a big convention center. For now, we're happy with just quantity over quality, you know, quality over quantity, where we just make sure if it's 100, and that's the thing I keep saying, guys, for VXG. We cannot have 2,000 American states. It's not going to work. I personally, if you ask me, my estimate, if we get 200 gamers out of America, including the 40 to 50 plus that we're flying in, we would be more than happy. That's all we want. That's less, like most majors, or not even majors, a regional tournament that has 200 people is a flop, right? Like if you go to a tournament like, what's a regional, like a Winter Brawl. If 200 people show up to Winter Brawl, that's terrible. In our case,
I think it's pretty bad, actually.
Exactly. But in our case, because of what we're doing, because our mission is just to show people the island and show them a good time, if 200 Americans come, that is a wonderful, that is great for us.
Hey, Rolando, man, that's fucking great, man. That's fucking great. You guys talking about real shit here. You know what I'm saying? But that shit's over with, man. Shouts out to those Emperors winning the fucking King of Clans tournament, beating the 88s fucking 10-2. That's what we want to talk about.
All right, get it on. Go in. I'm gonna let you do that.
Matter of fact, man, the Emperor's still waiting for those VXG tickets, man. Those 2 tickets, man. I don't know what to tell Outworld them, but
what I was told is what I was told. And like Triforce is the man dealing with that. He's dealing with the Emperor of the Emperors.
Okay.
And they are settling something to happen at ECT Triforce, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they pretty much, Rolando. They want to we weren't able to have the fight, and they want free tickets based on no fight.
We're not worried about that, man. We already got 3 people VXG qualified. You know what I'm saying? We got a guy sponsored by you guys going. So that's another one. And then, you know, I might go for Injustice. And to you 600 people out there who don't know who I am, I'm Dztrbed. My favorite animal is a koala bear. Before James starts asking shit. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm the owner of Emperor Realm, EmperorRealm.com. Come check it out.
Throw the link up, man.
Somebody throw the link up, man.
All right. Let me just say good night.
Hey, come join the festivities on us winning the fucking King of Clan.
I gotta get
#1 FGC clan, period.
Yo,
there
hold
are
on,
no others.
I gotta get this off my chest. The way
Yo,
you
Triforce, before you do that, let me just say bye because I gotta go, guys. Y'all have a good night. Thanks for having me on, James.
Get the fuck out of here, Rolando.
Peace out. I'm out. I'm getting the fuck out of here. I'm going to the beach. Fuck y'all.
Where the fuck my ticket at?
Peace out, fellas. Later.
All right, hold on. How you gonna come in here with that gangster ass talk and then you go, my favorite animal is a koala bear? What?
Hold on, he dropped off. I gotta re-add him.
Koala bear, nigga, what up?
I can't believe this nigga said koala bear. What the fuck, bruh? Like, he should just get dismissed from the call just for saying some shit like that. I mean, Dztrbed's my boy, but god damn.
Koala bear? Man.
A fucking koala bear. This nigga, you know what you know the type he is? He's the type girls be like, damn, he's so tough. And then he be like, what's your favorite animal? A koala bear. And they go, oh, and they give him some pussy because of that.
Damn.
It's true, dog. I always show my sensitive side to get pussy. It's all a trap.
What's your favorite animal there, Champ?
I told you last week, dog. My favorite. I like birds. I like phoenixes and pelicans.
Yo, I am done, yo.
Hey, Will, what's your favorite animal?
Yo, the pistol shrimp, yo. This thing, it shoots sonic booms underwater.
Oh, I heard about that pistol shrimp. Yo, them
yeah, yo. It just closes its claws so fast it just shoots like bubbles and like shockwaves at things and kills them.
Yo, you all some weird motherfuckers with some weird ass favorite animals.
Wait, what's that shit you just said, man? I missed that shit.
Yo, the pistol shrimp, homie. Get on that.
What Triforce just say to me? He said something about some fucking koala bears. Hey, don't hate on the koala.
He said if he had a koala bear in front of him, he'd eat that shit raw.
What? I didn't say that. Listen, I'm just saying, yo, you came in here with that, yo, fuck this shit, me. I don't want to talk about this shit no more. Get the fuck out of here with this shit. I'm just saying, blah, blah, blah. Shout outs to ya. And my favorite animal is a koala bear. How the fuck did that come out? How the fuck did that come out?
Hey, man, my favorite animal is my favorite animal, man. Why are you hating?
I guess. I ain't gonna hate.
What's yours, a liger? Well, I mean,
mine's is dragons.
Dragons, some Komodos?
Yeah. See how we got that, people? When I said dragons the last time, people was like, Triforce, dragons don't exist. But you notice how he got that right straight up? Like, yo, real talk, yo, I ain't gonna get into it. Go on.
The motherfucker's favorite animal is a koala bear. You damn well he knows about the dragons.
Dragons.
And then we got fucking pencil shrimp shooting out sonic booms.
Yeah, pistol shrimps, nigga. Them niggas be clacking on the water.
Hey guys, I know that tournament we just had was a fucking online tournament, and you guys don't like that shit, but we don't give a fuck about what you don't like. Okay.
Hey, it is what it is, man. You beat 88s, man. That's it.
The king of clans are the emperors. That's for the whole entire
fuck what you have to say, unless Vixen shows me her tits, dog. I don't care.
Hey, wait. Who's that talking?
Get that bitch naked.
Who is that
talking? I'm a Filipino Champ. You better know who I am, dog. I'm more important than you. I play Marvel. I don't know what the fuck you play Mortal Kombat. I'm more important. That's the bottom line. All I want to see is Vixen's tits. That's it.
This is FAG Champ. This is FAG Champ, man.
Dog,
what's going on, bro? You never met me before, bro. I don't give a fuck about your MV
I don't give a fuck who you are, dog. I just told you, you don't play Marvel, you're irrelevant, and I just want to see your girl's tits. That's it.
Yeah, I play played Marvel before you was born, man. Played Marvel before you was born, bro.
Where you at in tournaments, dog? You ain't making no money?
Hey, man, we ain't got no time for those weak ass tournaments getting $200 a win. You know, fuck that shit, man. Make
I
more
just
money
made
at
a
home.
grand and I fucking lost, dog. Know your shit. You don't know shit. That's your problem.
You're a fucking loser, bro. You're a fucking loser.
Who the fuck are you, first of all?
This is the guy James was blasting last time, like last show, right?
Yeah.
That's you?
Yeah.
You caught the Twitter notes, the Twitter DMs, and came
You
with
are
the
an online warrior for an irrelevant game and you're talking shit to the champion of Filipinos? What is wrong with you?
Nobody
He couldn't even hold that in.
And this is the fucking MK community, MK realm. We own everything around here, bro. This is what we do. Sponsored by ourselves.
Yo, I love
You own a shitty netcode and some broke ass hoes.
Hey, I got a couple of links to all the empresses. You know what I'm saying? You can hit them up. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how well that's gonna go for you, but you could definitely hit them up. Ask Fnatic how that shit went on his show. We had to blow him up because of that shit, man. You're lucky this is the On Blast show and not your own show, because we'll blow that shit the fuck up too.
Dog, I guarantee I'll get the panties in 8.95 minutes.
With $1,000, man, you gotta make more money than that, bro.
I don't need no damn money, dog. I'm the Filipino champ, nigga.
You gotta have a tournament every day, bro, to make that to get these empresses, man.
We do have tournaments every day on FGTV Live. Please subscribe and donate and enter my computer-only tournaments and give me free support the scene.
Yeah. Nigga, plug it. Yo, you know what's funny though? He was at the Salty Suite, and the nigga did. Him and Champ were sitting next to each other. He was fucking side coasting with Champ. Shit was so good, nigga.
Oh, yo, wait. You mean in Toro's in his room?
Yeah. He was co-hosting with Champ. Like him and Champ were on the mic at the same time. And niggas just fucking nigga was going in. Nigga Champ was like, yo, he sounds like me, dog.
That was so fun, Champception.
Nigga Champ was like, he sound like me, dog.
So is this FAG Champ playing Injustice or what?
Yeah, dog, I'm picking Sinestro and I'm gonna fuck you up, take your money and your bitches. What's up, dog? What's up?
Come on, bro. That's ridiculous.
Any amount. Any amount. All your women, all your money. It's over, dog. I don't even need Dormammu to fuck you up, dog.
Talking about Injustice, bro. Is Dormammu in Injustice?
I hope so. Can you be DLC?
if you switch games, bro, you have nobody, man. You won't be able to fuck with me, man.
I'll zone you out all day, dog. Arturo already told me zoning is free. You will be free.
I'm coming with Green Lantern, man. Nothing but breaker grabs and fucking infinites.
You're done. Good luck catching me from full screen, dog. Good luck. That's all I gotta say.
You know, it's so sad that like he sounds too much like Champ. That's the problem here. I'm literally getting mind fucked because a part of my mind wants to believe that that's actually Champ talking.
Oh, that's not him?
No. That's Rolando.
Bruh.
Rolando.
That's Rolando. Rolando, man. Fucking stop changing your voices.
Hey guys, it's your boy Rolando. We got a lot planned for VXG. $5,000 pop bonuses for KOF. We got stream monsters at the beach. Let's see, me and Triforce working on big things. Let's see what else. It's your boy Rolando. Also, it's your boy Rolando. And in case you forgot, the last 5 seconds, it's your boy Rolando.
This is crazy. Only the fighting game community.
Yo, only this nigga though.
Only him.
Yo, some nigga in the chat right now. He's like, "What the fuck? I swear, I really thought that was Chen."
Oh god.
You thought it was Champ.
Fucking Triforce, man. Triforce is the man. He's Triforce actually is on Skype on 2 channels right now. He's got Empire Arcade and DevilMaySpy.
Oh my god, dude. His skip is Champ. When Champ heard him talk like him. He's like, yo, what the fuck, dog? It sounds just like me. Niggas was talking, and he'd come in. He's like, yo, but he's not as good as your Dormammu, champ.
Oh God, I don't even know what the fuck to say right now. I need another drink.
Oh shit.
Oh, and also while you get that drink, man, check out the festivities on the Emperor Realm, because we are the #1 fucking FGC clan out there.
Put the link in there, because I can't spell.
Vixen, I can't spell either. Put that link in there.
Yeah, we send the lady to do it.
Vixen, hook a brother up.
The FAG champ.
The FAG champ.
Oh God. Fucking A.
Oh man, DevilMaySpy. This nigga is the king.
I can't spell, man. Sorry. Empire. UMPIRE.
Wow.
There we go. Got it.
James, you see how fucked up that was, James? You see how fucked up that was?
Yeah.
They said throw the link in there, and they put my link in there.
Which one do you go to? Which one do you go to?
You go to the real Empire site.
You go to the second one. Man, this guy's a fraud. Where these 88s at, man? They don't come to the fucking show no more, man. What the fuck?
Dude, really? You just fucking threw that one up there. Wound man, send me, you fucking douchebag. You know what? Just for sending me that, I'm timing you out.
What was it that he put?
Fucking dude,
don't look.
Yeah,
No.
I'm gonna click it anyways.
Yeah, don't look.
Nah, the only stream monster link I click is Guile United or something like that. Guile Family Man, some shit like that. It's some Guile thing.
What do we got? Actually, I like this. Now I can spy on the Ultra Chen chat. Somebody sent the link.
Wow, you're gonna spy on Ultra Chen?
Yeah. OBS goes like to 4 a.m. Yeah, that's right, bitches. I go to when I want to go.
Gal never dies. Gal never dies. Yo, that nigga's... Yo, his pictures be on fucking legit shit, yo.
Yo, his shit had me crying, okay? He has all the FGC shit, dog. Even shit I never seen before.
Yeah, he has pictures of, like, real dirty shit, dude.
Thick Asian.
He got the thick Asian. Nigga, yeah, the fighting game. Yo, I don't know what it is, but the fighting game community love they thick Asian. These niggas love that thick.
I mean, they is fun to deal with, though. They really fun.
Man, you never had no Asian before, bro. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I'm searching for one. Shit. That's the only thing I haven't had yet, nigga.
Shout out to my nigga the Answer, yo. I know Answer up in this chat, man.
I just gonna bring up a topic. And I'm interested in this topic, right? And let's not be bitches about it and not want to talk about it because we try to be politically correct.
Okay.
But yo, real talk, I think some of the Asian girls in this community want some black men, but they be fronting.
Oh,
it's true.
Hey,
it's true.
Kayane doesn't hide that shit.
Who?
Kayane?
Kayane.
Nah, Kayane's French.
No, but I heard from who was it that confirmed? I heard somebody said that she looking for the black dick though.
Yeah.
So I best be getting some spray paint. Just gonna spray paint my dick.
Cause you got a cute wife, James. You better lay it out, man.
She knows the rules.
She know the rules. You get the young pussy. You get the young pussy.
I do what I got. I do what I got to do. As long as I bring home the money, I do what I got to do.
Oh shit, good shit. I respect that.
Damn.
If
Empress
she does,
Vixen is half Asian.
Really?
She's white girl.
She's half Asian. You can't tell, bro.
So how come when I tried to holler at her, she wasn't with it?
I posted her face in the chat room right now.
Oh shit. Clicking pictures.
Oh.
Hold on, what's the name? What's the name?
She got a Twitch icon.
Oh, can a nigga get the click?
Check
now
Vixen
everybody's
out.
in the room.
Check
Yo, now everybody's like, yo, Vixen, what's good?
Check your pictures out of the Emperor Realm, though.
That's not her. Stop that, guys. That's an old ass picture. That's not Vixen. No, that's not Vixen. Or is that that's neither one of the Emperors. I know that girl.
Yeah, I'm gonna get Guile Never Dies on the show next week.
Yo, that nigga.
Hey, they
is-
thirsty, Vix. They thirsty out here, man.
Yo, Kyle Police. That was a new shit too for a lot of niggas. They love that.
You know
Kyle
what's so
Police.
funny?
That
You know
shit
what's so
is
funny
nasty.
though? You know what's so funny? Girls be saying dudes in the community's mad thirsty, right? But yo, real talk, yo, real rap, real Reynolds. You be going to fighting game community tournaments, be yo, they be all over dudes trying to get in the business, and that's real rap. So it ain't us that's thirsty.
Them pro hoes, nigga.
What the
Gallons, B, gallons.
Whoever put that link up just now, Quiet Sunday Library, that is so fucked up. That is a fucked up
You talking
link.
about Sunday Library?
Yeah, that was a
Oh my god.
Triforce. Come on now, Triforce. You know the deal when it comes to Kelvin, man. You calling that nigga?
Whoever put up that
Look.
other link,
Call that nigga Cray. Oh my god. Him and Cray.
That Manian has
black as
his own
night.
Twitch face.
Them niggas are the blackest nights.
Yo, that's fucked up, dog.
yo, I'm not even gonna like some of these links. I'm gonna stop clicking these links. Some of these links do psychological damage to you. Yo, real talk.
This nigga James is just.
Some of these links do psychological damage to people. I'm just gonna stop.
I don't even want to click on some of that
fuck
shit.
it's me. Oh my god, time that nigga out. Time that nigga out. Oh, fuck. Don't click that. Do not click that.
Which one?
Don't click it.
Which one?
God. Bones sticking out. Ah!
What do y'all niggas clicking, man?
Hey, let's be talking about ego link.
Nigga, I ain't cooking none of that shit.
Only ones I click is Gal Never Dies. Gal Never Dies, yo.
I'm only clicking something that says thickasians.co. That's it.
thickasians.co. Follow my blog, thickasians.co on Tumblr. thickasians.co on Tumblr. I run that blog.
So let me ask you guys a question now, right?
Oh dear God, sick case.
Now it went in terms of like Asians, right? Which is the now because you have some people who have different preferences. Which is the better Asian, the thick ones or the skinny ones?
The problem with the skinny ones, the problems with the skinny ones is when you put it in there, that shit be popping out like a chest burster from aliens and shit. I can't be having that shit. That shit freaks me out.
Good shit, James.
That was wrong. There was no need for that.
It's the truth.
There was no need for that. That was violent.
They be asking me. They be asking me if they want their belly button pierced from the inside.
Nah, real rap. This nigga James killed it. Nah, thick Filipino girls is the shit though.
Oh man, Filipino and black girls, top tier.
Oh, that shit is top tier. Filipino, I think Filipino white. That shit is. I think that shit is up
White?
there too.
No, they ain't got nothing. They got a flat booty.
Nigga, you crazy? I don't know.
Not crazy.
Lily Ty.
Yo, everyone click Thousands link. Everyone
Lily,
click Thousands link.
I'm talking
Click
about normal
Thousands
girls.
link.
I'm not
What
gonna
is
stop
it?
link, nigga.
Scroll up and click Thousands link. It's
Yo.
That was actually creative. I like that. That was stupid.
What's happening?
Yo, you guys be getting mad. Yo, creative these days.
Yo.
Yeah, these
Nah,
guys are so
Filipino
stupid.
girls.
I look mad dumb in it.
Thick, real talk though, thick Chinese girls be the shit. Thick,
Hold on, time out, dog. Master's talking shit in the chat again. Look, you fucking Mexican. I thought I told you last week. I ain't got time for this shit. Stick to your relevant game. Let me play Marvel and worry about yourself. No, you shut the fuck up.
Oh my god.
Shout out to my nigga Spabrog in the chat. Spabrog.
Spabs in the chat? Yo.
Yo, hold up. Timothy, who are you?
Who, me? I'm just a nobody.
I'm just a
I'm
nobody.
from the community that has been watching a lot of you people for a while.
I respect that.
And I just have a few things to say.
Go for it.
Yo, Triforce, man, I've been watching you for a minute, for almost like a number of years, and I really respect you, bro. But you gotta stop letting what these people say about you get to you.
All right. Just to reply to that, believe it or not, it actually doesn't get to me. If you look and see what I'm doing, I'm just on the chat to give my opinion back. But at the end of the day, what people say about me does not stop me from what I'm gonna do. Best believe that.
I hope so, man. I hope so, brother. Because you know you got a lot of haters after you, man. And I really respect you because you really are doing something for the community, even if a lot of people don't say that about you.
Now, you know what it is? On some ego shit, they don't know what's good for them. Then in my opinion, that's the truth. So I don't blame them when they look at me as a villain. At the end of the day, when they finally see what I'm actually trying to do, then they'll understand. And I don't want the apology after they understand either. It is what it is. Just keep it moving.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. But I do have one thing to say. Also, on top of that, you need to stop being so self-serving, Triforce. We all know that you are helping the community, but you don't have to always say that, oh, it's me doing this for or this is Empire, or Empire is this and that, man. We all, or at least the real people that know what's going on in the community, know what you brought to the table. But at the same time, they don't want to hear about you always talking about, oh, hey,
now,
because it's me, or because I did this, or because I did that.
There's a double-sided coin to that, and you have a point to it, but I'm gonna show you the other side to it. Now, normally, before I even used to say that, I used to never say anything. I just do my work, and it is what it is, and it should speak for itself. However, in this particular situation, unfortunately for me in the community, there's a lot of 09ers who just got here and they don't know. And the only reason why I'm even mentioning it is because my haters out there, they don't like, there's a lot of people coming in. For instance, I'll give you a prime example. It happened on the MK James show today. I came in a stream and there's like, who is this idiot? Why is this idiot Triforce talking? All he does is leeches off of other guys who actually play video games and win championships and claim victories for him. Triforce doesn't even play video games. Clearly, this person's not in the know. And if I
on that nigga Triforce.
Yeah, and if I leave it without saying something, what happens is, what's that line? If someone says something about you and you don't reply to it and correct it, it becomes truth through omission. Because you don't say anything. Like, yo, you gay? I'm not gonna answer that question. Guess what the public's gonna think?
You're gay.
You're gay.
That's true. I can
So it kind of forces me to boast what I have to do, and I don't like that. But I before I never used to do that. I have to do it now to defend myself. And now I'm getting to a point where I'm just doing it to just check people. Period. Like real talk.
Why? I got a question for you. You know, and I've never asked you this question. Why do you have JamessMK dyslexia? Because you call me MK James. I don't call you Force Try.
Oh,
you've been doing it to me now for 2 years, and I'm like, dude, it was JamessMK.
I've been doing it to you for more than 2 years. I've been doing it to you for almost like 2 decades.
Well, it was MK Wizard at first. I don't know where the hell that was. That came from fucking Dalsim.
That came from Devon, and then from then I kept calling you MK James rather than James MK. I don't. Yes, I do. In fact, I actually do have dyslexia. I don't know why I call your name backwards all the time.
Okay, I got that answer. But now my next one is Nick. Who are you?
I'm obviously from Australia, and the only real reason to come here was my issue is I used to watch Ultra Chen all the time, and my main issue with them right now is they're trash talking on someone they know nothing about. And he's contacted them multiple times saying, oh, let me explain myself. And
a lot of the chat can't understand you, bruh.
That's an Australian accent, bro.
It's an Australian.
No, he sounds really far from the microphone.
Yeah, try to see if you can raise your mic.
Is that better? Yeah. Right. My main issue with Ultra Chen at the moment is they're talking shit on somebody they know nothing about. And they haven't spoken to him, they've tried to talk to him, and all they seem to think is that he's bad.
Oh,
Who are they talking about?
He's talking about when Rolando came in and he said that those guys, they're pretty much talking negative about a person, which is Rolando, that they know nothing about. That's his main issue. That they're speaking against. They've made comments or suggestive themes to, as someone would say, silently assassin the reputation of someone who's new to the scene and trying to bring something to the table. And that's his issue. You could correct me if I'm wrong on that, but that's what I got from what you're saying.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I was trying to say.
So you're actually the third Australian MK player that we have that we actually know of. You play? Do you play MK? That's actually the first thing.
I've sort of played around with MK. I got it when it was released, and nobody else around here really plays it, so I haven't played it that much since.
Let me see something here. Hold on. I'm being a snoop. Bear with me a second here. There we go. Okay, let's see. I'm just being a nosy bastard right now.
By the way, rated here is rated R last month.
What was that?
Mortal Kombat 9 has only just come out in Australia since it got rated last month.
Well, we got a guy, Tony T out there, who makes amazing modded videos using the Avengers and the Marvel guys. I want to say he's in Melbourne, but I can't remember what part of Australia he's from. And he actually is like one of the pioneers of Cyrax, resettable combos, the whole spiel. So, yeah, James, David and James are long gone. Oh, wow, they already left.
Tony's Chameleon was sick.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Chameleon thing was great too. He's just he's an all-around great guy. He actually comes here from time to time. What time is it there now? It's like in the afternoon, right?
Yeah, 5:30 in the afternoon.
It's like 13 hours ahead, isn't it, from the East Coast?
Yeah.
13 or 16 or something like something ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's fucking like Wednesday there.
Not a troll question. Can you ask Triforce a question for me? Go for it, Drecker.
Shouts out to the Dark losing the chaotic in the war the other day.
What?
Shouts out to Emperor Dark losing the chaotic in the war the other day.
So lost to chaotic?
Emperor Dark.
Who's that?
He's in the chat.
He's right there in the chat under Trepound.
Remember, Triforce, you're not the only empire around, so.
There's many empires.
Yeah. Actually, I am. They're just emperors. I have an empire.
Yeah, we have no relation to these fucking noobs.
You do realize the Empire was out before you even alive?
Hey man, we're talking about the MK scene, bro. We're not talking about Nintendo Wii U.
Yeah, Triforce, read the fucking question. How many people are coming to Toryukin from EMP, and is Rolando coming through?
No, it's going to be 21 people. No, okay. It's 17 people from the Empire, a 3-man production crew from the what's the name of this thing here? The Mike Mathis production studio, and then it's for release. I think James MK. I'm about to call him MK James again. Fuck. James MK. And a couple more people. They got to find out who it is. But we're getting this big 25 passenger. It's like a navigator bus or whatever. And they're gonna record us training the night before, getting on the bus. We're gonna put some TVs and systems in the bus so we can have casuals there and drive up. It's gonna be Maxter and someone else to drive up. We did this before, though.
It's gonna be a bang bus, baby.
No.
Yo,
hey, is anyone from FNX going to be up in there? Or is it just going to be all Empire?
No, FNX is a part of the Empire, but I think K. Brad is going to go up there by plane. I'm not too sure. I know FNX is going to go up there by plane, but it's going to be a bunch of different divisions in the Empire going there. Like I know VXG Elite's going to be there. The Core Empire is going to be there. and I think actually that's it. It's just those two, cause that's it. So we're going up there deep, and in fact, now that you mention this, because I wanted to talk about Toryuken, there is going to be a Canada versus Empire Arcadia Battle Royal, and one of the games is Injustice 3v3. So they're going to pick the top three. They're going to pick the top 3 Canadian players in Injustice versus the top 3 Empire players in Injustice, which this is clearly completely rigged because we got Brady, Rio, and Junior on it. So this is like completely unfair. You know, Triforce always like to set the battles where I can win. You know, that's me. I love rigging shit.
Yo, he told me yo.
hey yo, that's pretty cool, but like I don't see why you picked up FNX when you know we're way better than you, and you could have easily picked us up. You know what I'm saying? You would have had a perfect fucking setup, but you went with the lower class individuals. You know what I'm saying?
Hey now, they ain't that.
You went with the lower class group, bro.
All right, that's starting some shit.
Yeah, I know, right? See, I'm from the North Carolina scene, and FNX is on our turf.
Hey, I think I personally,
like that, homie, they will come into the game.
I think that's just fucked up, bro. I think it's just fucked up. You get all this money from VXG, and you know we busting your fucking ass, but you pick up these fucking scrubs, bro. Fuck you.
I think you need to realize, dog, that K-Brand fuck Evo Champ, and nobody gives a shit about your irrelevant online warrior clan.
Alright, first of all, on some real shit, I want to shout out something about Fenix that people don't know. The founder and the owner of the clan, actually let me not call it the clan, but the brand, is a member of Empire who was a scrub. Because a lot of people think Empire Arcade is this elitist organization where we only work with guys who are godlike. No, this guy was a scrub. He started out making YouTube videos talking about how he wanted to aspire to be a pro gamer. When he joined the Empire, he went to a couple of tournaments, and he asked me, Triforce, how come like you don't focus on developing like aspiring players to come into the scene? And I told him it's very hard to keep the brand that we have now and the reputation that we have now and then develop other players. So he decided that he would focus on doing that, and he felt that that was his calling for what he wanted to do, right? And he created Fenix, and he's been going out there. Now this guy has a solid team. The North Carolina scene is serious. Yep. You got Isaiah, you have Isaiah out there. You have Confucius. You have K-Brad. You have a number of different players out there that actually are they're very good. They play mad godlike. They even came to final round. They made top 32. Got dudes come out of their pools and shit like that. It's not like they're just random scrubs who's not good at tournaments and whatnot. And then they win in their scene. And I'm letting y'all know, like, you got to give some props to Deyasha because all this money comes out of his pocket. And my man has a wife and 2 kids. And he goes hard for his scene. So, like, a lot of people can't even sleep on him, like, on some dead-ass shit. Like, not even trying to, like, you know, talk smack about him, but he's a very dedicated guy who loves the scene, and he treats his team like a family, and that's what I respect about him. That's why I was like, you know something, you the way you started your shit is the way Empire started this shit, and I gotta respect that. And that's why we're like, yo, we want you to come under the umbrella, and we're gonna help you get sponsors, and we're gonna do all types of shit with you. And I want to find out if K-Brad's going, because if K-Brad's going up to this Canadian event, when we bring the production crew with us to do this reality miniseries, I definitely want K-Brad to get some burn so he can put shout out for Fenix out there and put North Carolina on the scene when this shit goes to the sci-fi channel. And that's just real rap.
Yo,
that's what's up.
Yo, David, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
What's up, sir?
Well, I have to big up my fellow Jamaican Triforce. I don't know.
Where you calling from Jamaica?
Yeah.
Rolly the Blunt Man.
You calling from Jamaica?